Summer entertaining season is officially here. And whether you're hosting a backyard get-together or a casual brunch, it's all about creating memorable moments with friends. Joining us to share how you can elevate your summer cocktails and your hosting game is award-winning spirits expert and Luxardo U.S. brand ambassador, Laura Newman. Welcome, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to shake things up with you today.
Yes, we love that. Now let's talk summer sips. What's trending right now?
Right now, coffee is super hot and trending hard, not just because it's in the #1 drink in the U.S. right now, the Espresso Martini, which isn't going anywhere, but it's also great for elevating other cocktails and adding depth and complexity of flavor. For example, you could add a little bit of an espresso liqueur to a classic Negroni, or something a little more effervescent, a great patio pounder for summer. We've got an espresso liqueur and tonic.
It looks delicious. Now, how can we shake up these cocktails at home?
Well, Laura, these are all really easy to make, especially when you have an incredible espresso liqueur like Luxardo's Espresso Liqueur, which I have right here, or our newly launched as of this week, first in the world, Decaf Espresso Liqueur, so that everyone can enjoy coffee without compromise. For the espresso and tonic, you're just going to do an ounce of our regular or decaf liqueur in a Cullen's glass with ice. Top it with some tonic water, and then you can garnish it with a lemon or orange twist, or hey, maybe, why not, a Luxardo maraschino cherry. And then in the case of the Espresso Martini, I think this can be a little intimidating to make at home, but I promise you, I know you can do this too. It's going to be equal parts vodka, espresso or cold brew, and espresso liqueur. I'm using our brand new decaf here. You're just going to add those to a shaker with ice, give it a good shake, bonus arm workout in between doing that, and then strain it into a martini glass and garnish it with some coffee beans. I also sometimes don't have coffee at home. I was caught a little unprepared when I had friends over for a barbecue a few days ago. So what you can do instead is just do equal parts vodka and espresso liqueur minus the coffee. The Luxardo Espresso Liqueur in particular is made using a process that mimics pulling a shot of espresso. So there's tons of depth of flavor and complexity in there, meaning that all of the work is in the bottle. All you have to do is add vodka and you've got your own espresso martini at home.
What a game changer. I wish I was there to sip on one of those cocktails with you right now. Now, do you have any other smart hosting solutions to level up our entertaining game?
Oh, well, Laura, I'm all about working smarter, not harder. I don't know about you, but one of my least favorite things is having people over and watching all my friends have a party without me because I'm busy making drinks or hosting. So one way to avoid that is to actually pre-make some cocktails at home. Like I said, the Espresso Martini is equal parts of vodka, cold brew, and espresso liqueur. You can combine those in a pitcher in the fridge ahead of time. When your guests arrive, pull it out. No one's ever disliked being welcomed with a pitcher of cocktails, so you've got that going for you to start. And then your guests can actually pour a little bit of the batch cocktail into the shaker tin themselves. You don't have to lift a finger. Your friends get to feel awesome like they're the bartender for the evening. Everyone wins.
How fantastic. Now, I think the first time I saw an espresso martini was on an episode of Real Housewives of New York. Is that the sip of the summer?
I think so. It's the #1 drink in the country for a reason, and now you have the option to have it without that caffeine. Now you can have it after dinner and not worry about being able to wake up for the gym in the morning.
Now, you mentioned charcuterie. Speaking of that, if you're doing batch cocktail espresso martinis for your guests, what do you pair it with?
Oh, great question. I'm kind of the charcuterie board queen, so I get this one a lot. For an espresso-based drink, any sort of cocktail is probably going to be slightly sweet, so I actually like to make sure I have some salty snacks on my charcuterie board just to pair well with the sweetness of the drink. In my case, I've done a small bowl of olives as well as some salted almonds. I also really like a saltier meat and cheese to add to that as well. Either way, think about pairing sweet, salty. It's kind of match made in heaven.
Where can we go for more information?
LuxardoUSA.com is a great resource, not just for cocktail recipes, but for hosting tips and ideas, maybe a charcuterie platter pick or two, as well as a store locator so that you can find Luxardo products near you.
I love that. Laura, we thank you so much for sharing these crowd-pleasing cocktails to sip on all season long.
Thank you for having me. Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. And we thank you for joining us on San Diego Living. We'll see you next time.